what are you doing with your life? And you're like, I have no idea. Hello people of YouTube, Pixie here, and today on my channel it is Thorny Thursday, and what that generally means is that we will be talking about something that might not be fun, might be a little bit uncomfortable, but hopefully we can figure out a solution or learn something from it. That's like my whole goal with Thorny Thursday. And yeah, we are going to get started with something that I am like super passionate about. I think this is like a really important topic to talk about, especially when you are going to go to community college. It's just something that unfortunately is part of the process. Hopefully it won't be for you, but for me it definitely was, and I know for a lot of other people it is as well. And that is getting judged or like looked down upon for going to community college. I can't tell you how many times someone has given me a weird look or a funny look when I told them that I was a community college student. And it sucks, I'm not gonna lie. For some weird reason, people, I don't know, it's like, I don't know if it's that they don't want you to do well or if it's that they genuinely just don't think community college is a place where people can actually like gain skills from. It's bizarre. Most of the time the people who look down upon me for going to community college didn't ever even go to a community college, which I guess kind of explains in a sense why they might view community college in a certain light, because they have no experience with it. And unfortunately, it probably will happen to you at some point when you're explaining to someone how you are going to community college, and they will just look at you funny, or they will make a weird comment or a snide remark about how you will never transfer from community college. Or a lot of the time, people in my high school especially would make like a big joke out of community college, and I'm gonna tell you a few stories about times that this has happened. So in high school, we were all at like an honors ceremony. So we were all receiving like honors awards and stuff like that. And this one student was like receiving an award that was going to transfer over to her community college that she was going to choose to go to. And so it was like she was receiving some kind of like monetary prize for being like an excellent student in high school, and it was going to go to her college, which happened to be our local community college. And okay, so that's like this setup. And so she won this award, and she was about to stand up and go get the award, right? And so the person, the speaker, was explaining how they were going to get an award for community college and blah blah blah. And that before the student could go get the award, this other student who was very cocky, I'll just say, and I guess he just had feelings about community college, and he was not shy about letting everyone in his vicinity know that, and how, you know, he kind of like laughed at the fact that this person was going to community college and how it was like a joke to him. And he said some other like really rude remark about community college, and I wish that I was kidding when I say this, but the person who had won the award was sitting like 2 seats away from him, got up and like went to accept the award right after he had said some like really terrible remark about community college. It was so incredibly uncomfortable, and I think at this point I already knew I was going to go to community college, so I just remember like looking at the guy like, why did you say that? Like, oh, there's no reason for people to like go out of their way and make people feel terrible about literally bettering themselves. I never can understand why people are so, I don't know. But that's one time that happened to someone else, I guess. But to me, besides like just regular people who you're like, when you're at like a family party or something and people will be like, oh, you know, what are you doing with your life? And you're like, I have no idea. Or in this case, I was at a Christmas party or a holiday party, and I didn't even know this person, and they were getting to know me, I guess. It's like a family friend kind of gathering, and they were asking me, oh, like, what are your plans? And I was like, oh, I'm going to community college right now, but I'm planning to transfer to a UC, maybe like UCLA, UC Berkeley. And this person literally it was so bad. They just looked at me and like, they didn't really, I don't even remember what they said, but it was like all in their look. And actually, I do kind of remember what they said. They told me about how I was probably not going to like transfer out to a UC, or how difficult it was, and how like probably statistically it wouldn't happen. Something along those lines. And I remember, or like trying to explain to me the community college process when they had never been to a community college themselves, like on top of telling me like kind of how much of a bad idea it was. And I remember just sitting there, and at this point I think I might have already finished my applications. Like I feel like I was at this point, so I was still waiting for the results. And I remember just feeling, I actually didn't feel that bad at this time because I knew how great community college was at this point. But I remember just being like, wow, this person is really saying some harsh things that if I wasn't prepared for in the moment might really, really be offensive. I mean, it was still offensive, but might really actually like, you know, cause like harm. And I know this happens to other people. That was really weird. I just heard like a weird like sound. I don't know. Anyway, I know this happens to other people, and it's just an unfortunate part of it. And I wish that people took community college more seriously. Actually, though I'm not perfect myself, when I was in high school, I've already mentioned this in a video before on my channel, but I actually really felt bad about going to community college. I really thought, you know, this is just, I'm stupid. Like that's what I really actually thought about myself before I went there, because of how many times people had made fun of people for going to community college. I didn't realize how actually amazing and incredible community college is. And I let other people's opinions about community college affect my opinion about community college and affect me while I had when I first started community college. I really, really just felt bad about myself and really just thought I'm never gonna transfer. It's so silly to me now, because I did of course transfer to Berkeley, and things are great. Things have never been better. And yet at that time I felt so sorry for myself. It was so ridiculous. Community college was probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I hope that it will be one of the best things that happens to you if you're going to community college. And with this whole thing, I just want to say that even though people will judge you, they'll judge you honestly no matter where you go. You could go to a 4-year out of high school, you could go to a great college, and there will always be someone who wants you to fail, and there will always be people judging you and looking down upon you, and that's really because they're insecure about their own stuff. And I know it sounds silly maybe to you if you're experiencing this and you never have thought about it that way, but honestly, it really has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And I wish someone kind of could have talked to me about this when I was going to community college, that community college is not a joke. It's not, you know, it's not the 13th grade. I can't like tell you that enough. And I just wish I could have realized that way earlier in my community college experience. And I just hope that I can share that with you all, that if you're going to community college, there's nothing to feel like weird about. It's really great. You're saving a lot of money, and they're real college classes, and there's like so many other opportunities at community college that I don't think I would have ever been able to experience at like a 4-year. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but honestly, community college is where it's at. Like, if you can go to community college, if you're thinking about going to community college, I would honestly go. Personally, I was not mature enough out of high school anyway, and so I feel like those 2 years kind of just let me, or actually in my case it was 3, in those 3 years I really got to mature in a way that a lot of people who go straight to 4 years don't get that chance to do, because they're just kind of shipped off to their college. So I really hope that you all remember to really be proud of yourself for making the decision to go to community college. I think it's incredible. I think it's amazing that you want to pursue your education like that, and I think that's amazing. And I hope you remember that you are amazing and that your college is amazing, and it doesn't really matter where you go out of high school. You can do great things from any place that you are at, and you will do great things from any place that you are at. And I just really hope that you remember that. And that is basically the end of this video. If you have any comments or situations like that have happened to you, let me know. I keep hearing some weird noise upstairs, so sorry about if I keep looking up, but I love you all, and I hope this video helped you all, and I will see you all in my next video. Actually though, if you aren't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It should be like floating around the screen somewhere. And yeah, I will see you all for Study With Me Saturday. So have a good rest of your day, night,